What's up guys, welcome to today's video. We are at round 3 of the Irish Drift Championship in the low brain car. Lots of changes have been made to the car and I'm very familiar on this track. And to spice this video up a little more, we're going to go through the full cost of how much it is to run a professional drift competition. But we'll go through all of that as we go through the video. So, let's get into it. Okay, so practice is just started, so I'm going to get out there as soon as possible because even though I have been on this track a hell of a lot, I've never actually done this specific track. So I'm just going to fill you in with a few things that's gone on with the car since last time. So you may have seen that I had the small whoopsie in Watergrass Hill. So, the lads at Vital Fabrication have tubed the whole front end of this to make it more crash proof, and along with that, firewall was a little bit sketchy, so they've also done a full firewall, as obviously you want to be safe if the worst happens. So in this video we're going to be going through the costs of running a professional drift event, and this is partly because I'm curious myself and I'm sure a lot of you guys are also curious of how much it costs. So first of all, you have the entry fee, which is €250. That's all we've paid up until this point, obviously since we've not gone on track. Next of all, the biggest two consumables are the tyres and also the fuels. So the tyres are around, give or take, €80. Depending on which ones you run, we're running Westlakes, which are supplied by the tyre box, and we have fuel, which are running Sunoco 110, which is about €300 for a barrel. We do this adding up as we go because I'm not actually sure how many laps I'm going to do to a set of tyres and a tank of fuel. So we'll keep you up to date with that as we're going through the video, as we go along, as we burn tyres off, as we burn fuel. But for now I'm going to get suited up and get out on track because time is ticking and practice is going, and I need every bit of practice that I can get. Okay, so the lads have just refueled the car. I've refueled myself. I just had a pork pie, so a bit of English delicacy. So we've got our first rough costings of how much this weekend's going to cost, because this was a fresh set of tyres, and 3 laps later it looks like this. So we're doing 3 laps to a set of tyres. A tyre is 80 quid. Obviously you can't just replace one, you replace both of them, so we're 160 quid for 3 laps, but obviously in a battle there's only 2 laps, so we're going to have to waste a bit of tyre because obviously we won't be able to run the second battle on the same set. The fuel tank is only a 20 litre tank, and we think we did half a tank, so roughly at 6 quid a litre, which the Sunoco 110 fuel is that we're running. We did about half a tank, so that's 10 litres equaling 60 quid. So we're at 60 quid of fuel for 3 laps and 160 quid of tyres for 3 laps. I think you can all see how fast this is actually racking up. Maybe I should just stop this video now because it may just depress myself and put anyone away from competitive drifting. But I will say it was an incredibly fun 3 laps. to keep on the count of how much this is costing, another fresh set of Westlakes, and we only put quarter of a tank.
Quarter, yeah.
So a quarter of a tank, half a tank is 60, so a quarter is 30. And I'm sure you didn't come to this channel for math, but you got it here anyways. Practice over. I think I did alright. I made some mistakes, I did some good runs, but practice is for making mistakes. I think at the end of the day, as long as you make them in practice and you know to not make them in the battles. Last run obviously I was following Thomas Kiley, like his car is 1,000 something horsepower, they couldn't even register on the dyno. So I knew I had to go a bit hard on him, and I tried to follow the qualifying line, which I guess I just initiated a little bit later, went in the same speed of him, and I misjudged it, but it's practice, doesn't matter, the car's not damaged and I can only learn from it. Another set of tyres, 160 quid, more fuel, another 30 quid. There was a bit left on those tyres, but no point going to qualifying with some scrub tyres. Better go fresh so you know what the grip levels are and so you can expect what they're going to do. Feeling good, head's actually not as nervous. A lot of you guys say that I'm in my head a lot, I get nervous a lot, but I feel like mentally I think I prepared for this round a little bit better than I prepared for the others. Just going to watch some runs, see how the qualifying goes, and then hopefully it all comes together for my 2 runs. Obviously the big competition is still between me and Wayne. I won by
half a tank.
As Fast and Furious said, so it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning, so...
Yeah, but you've a lot more cylinders than me this time.
Yeah, excuses, goddammit, excuses, but...
So Josh is about to do his first qualifying run. Scores are very high, so we've already had a 95, a lot of drivers looking very, very strong, so there's no safe runs here. He's going to have to go for it on his first run. A little worrying, but he's looking good in practice. I trust that he can do it, but it is nervous. Good first run, 84.5, not bad. Last corner could have been a little wider. A good first run. Scores are going to be very high here, so let's hope it's enough. But I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. He's thrown it in with big angle, big style. That's what we want to see from that car. We don't want to see him pussyfooting around, so he is throwing in bigs. Not bad, not bad.
Let's do it.
Last zone. You actually nailed everything else except the last zone. You went too much on the handbrake at the wall, and you slowed the car too much, and she fell out.
That's the easiest bit of the track.
As I said, all the rest of it, the impact score, the speed, the entry, everything was amazing. It's an 84.5.
It's not the worst.
No, it's enough.
I've done worse.
It's really good, but you have a 90 plus in there if you get that last zone right.
In 5th place.
In 5th place. Shout out to Ian Waddington in 5th place.
Peeled the paint.
Why are we so proud of wrecking this car every round, Josh?
That's not right. You should be proud of that one.
That's a proud one. That's a good one. Second qualifying run. Here we go. Let's hope we can tidy it up. What happened there? Never get it easy. We never get it easy. I don't know what happened.
I fucking knew something was off on the last run. Not fucking good. Not fucking good.
Alright, so Josh just broke something in the suspension, and I actually did notice that in the first run, but because he got 5th place in qualifying, I got too excited and I forgot to tell him.
It felt super strange, but I think
Breaking arm?
subframe.
Subframe.
I think. I thought it was a diff.
You've looked back at the footage, but you can see the wheel.
I felt he just thought there's a bit of play in it, in the diff. Because when I said it accelerated, it went that way. But I could tell, to be fair, I could tell on the burnout box something wasn't right.
Look, I think you're going to qualify either way. We're going to fix it now.
Yeah, we have to fix it with little to no time and little to no tools. I've not been told exactly what's going on, but going onto the trailer is not a good thing. Wayne's shop is only about 10 minutes from here, so I think we're going back there to try and re-weld something. I don't fully know at this stage.
Must be that the torque just snapped the subframe completely in half. They're now going to try and load the car, get it back to Allenwood, weld it and get it back here in, what?
We've got an hour, maybe? An hour or something like that, so never a dull moment here at Drift Games, never a dull moment.
People think we do this stuff for thumbnails. It's just, I really wish our thumbnail was, had a fine day, everything went well. Imagine that was our thumbnail, that'd be great.
Camera there. So drama begins. Drama games.
So I think just gonna jack it up on the trailer and try and weld it. I'm not even fully sure. I'll try and show you guys now. There's still one to go, is it? This is where the arm meets the subframe has snapped off, so I don't know. This is far from the ideal way of doing this. It is what it is. We need to do what we need to do. Okay, so the guys are working on the car. Now's probably a good time to talk about the cost of a crew. So this varies massively from your friends helping out to full-blown professionals helping you. So it goes from free to anything to up to 500 quid a person a day. So I'm going to give kind of like an average of what people which is probably 100 quid a day for a mechanic to help out for the day for drifting. So we have 2 mechanics. Ronnie has just come as a friend helping, so we can put 200 euros there, probably the favour card gives or something. So I'm messaging Dave to see where we're at with stuff. Qualifying is now done. I think there's a lunch break in between. I'm not actually sure how long that is, and I don't know where I am seeded into the bracket, like how far down we are. So all that depends on how long we have. But the subframe is welded. So what we're going to brace, we're just going to fire metal at it to brace it up pretty much. I don't know. I'm not sure if this makes me more nervous that it's going to break again, or if I'm just going to send it and be absolutely fine. This is definitely shaking my confidence. Minor technicality.
Exactly.
Okay, so all welded up, some bits of metal put there to strengthen it and brace it and everything like that. By no means, good job, you would not leave it like this, but this is the time that we have and this is what we have to deal with. Fingers crossed it will get us through the battles and through the day and we can address this at another time. Oh yeah, this is drifting. This is not unusual to happen at a drift event. It just is what it is at this stage and you just have to deal with it and go along with it. And I've got a great team behind me. As we say, never give up. So we're gonna get back to the track because we don't fully know where we are in the bracket. Spend whatever time we have there to align it. It's stressful. Okay, so battles haven't actually started yet, so that's a good thing. I think I'm the 10th battle down in the line, so there's a bit of time. We're going to chuck some toe plates on here and try and get this thing aligned as good as possible at the time that we have, and then I guess it's just send it. Another 160 to the total, plus half a tank of fuel, which is another 60 quid. So this is a real eye-opener to how much drifting actually is. If you're drifting yourself, you realise you never add up these costs, but it's interesting to know, I think.
Josh's battle is up next. He's against Dylan Wilson, who's in a 2JZ E92. He's a good driver, so he's going to have to push really hard here. Fingers crossed we get the first win in the car. Fantastic lead and chase from Josh. Let's hope he can win his first battle in the low brain car. Nervous. What do you think, Wayne? Think he has it?
I think he has it.
You think he has it?
I think he has it.
Or fuck to be different. Yeah.
Give it up for drift name Josh Oldmore.
Yes!
Yes. Now we need more tires.
Now we need more tires. Yes. Finally we got a bit of luck. Bit of drama and then a bit of luck. And to be honest with you, that wasn't luck. He absolutely was unreal. Chase and lead were solid. Like, he's on for one today. The thing is working well and he's driving really well. I'm proud of him.
I can't get my helmet off.
Unreal. Unreal. That was savage.
God, that was an adrenaline rush from down to up. Oh, I can't get my helmet off still.
Well done, sir.
Good lead, dude. Fucking killed it.
To be honest, that was the cleanest battle of the whole 32 between the two of you. Like, it was nice, smooth, clean, fair, good driving both sides.
First time driving.
I think he just pulled on you on the wall a little bit at the end. That was the only difference
Yeah,
in it.
he
Like,
did.
that was the only thing.
I drove in too deep.
Yeah, you get in and he
lost
just
myself.
he went early and
Yeah.
you couldn't catch him. But
That was the way.
like,
Quick
you
car.
didn't make any mistakes either.
No, that's it.
Savage.
Fair and square.
Listen, the car and you, there'll be trophies this year. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Dave.
It was like that. Go bit like.
Give some props to Josh or something.
Huh?
Props, Josh.
Just shite anyway.
Not a good thing to say.
No, he's shit. Just because he has a V8 now, he's a big deal. Yeah.
And the vice president.
Get in there, lads. Guys, just checking over the subframe. The wheel looks a little bit different, if I'm going to be honest. If you look for, Lucas just get involved just for.
I'm just a moral support.
But the main thing is we won a battle after what happened leading up after qualifying. Fucking delighted. Still a long way to go, but I think there's a top 16 parade, always good getting in front of the fans and everything like that. But I think I'm finally gelling with the car and drifting and everything. So I know Dave said carry on doing what you're doing, and that's all I can do. Looks like a bit of play there. We're out of it yet, man. Still looks like there's a bit of play. I think the wheels actually pushed in a little bit. We're obviously at the track now, less time to fix. Not to add pressure to this, but the wheel was definitely not there, so not sure what the solution is to this yet, but I've got the guys to give me every go that I possibly can to get through the next battles, I think.
This is your first top 16 parade?
No, it's my third. Not that I'm counting.
When the car works, the car works. The car wants to win.
So do what I'm doing.
Don't do any more or panic anymore. Like, don't just do exactly what you did in the last one. Exactly the same way.
Don't think
that, because the wheel could fall out.
Damn it.
Don't jinx it.
Ryan.
Oh.
And Jakob is
He gave it a good go. He gave it a good go. I think he went too hot in the first corner and then panicked and backed off a little bit. But it's an improvement. It's progress. Didn't spin, didn't drop a wheel, did no mistakes. He just wasn't close enough. And Jakob's really good. So a lot learned, and I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it.
Oh well, I hit the wall a bit too hard, and I wasn't sure if he hit me or what, and it just kind of. I just bailed out for a second. Why is everyone all silent?
Yes.
How bad did I clatter the wall?
Not too bad.
Nah. I didn't know what had happened.
We were eating some cake, sorry.
I almost thought he hit me. I obviously just absolutely clattered the wall.
Yeah, you hit the wall hard enough, but I think you scared yourself how close you were when you went to transition. You backed away.
Yeah.
It just.
Whoa!
He's trying to kill you.
Yeah, not easy. Look, it survived the 2 runs at least. You went in very close, you had an amazing entry, and then when you transition back, you just backed off him a little thinking you were too close, and he just took advantage and left you.
Yeah.
And then you couldn't really get back in. The lead was fine. There's no issues there. You touched the wall, but you didn't straighten or anything. Like, you didn't straighten badly or anything.
Oh, it felt impactful in the way.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Was it not?
No.
Okay. That's
Like,
all right.
you were in the conversation for the result. It was his proximity was just far more.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like he gave an alright chase.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean,
A respectable out.
respectable out. Like, he's on form, very good driver. He's also top 5 in the championship, and you didn't spin, you didn't go off the track, you didn't drop a wheel. He just was a bit closer to you than you were to him. There was no major
That's
errors.
how you win a battle.
So well done, buddy.
I'd happily go out like that.
Yeah,
Fine.
like you did.
Wish I hadn't have hit the wall there. The boot lid's gone.
Hey, if it wasn't you, if you didn't break the car every single time you come here, so.
Not too bad.
Hey, it's only a back end and a subframe this time. At least it's not a front end of it. Oh, jeez, every round.
I'm proud. You drove. Oh, he's a hugger today.
A warm, sweaty hugger. Have I broke?
Yeah, you broke it again. It's not a bad fix.
It's what?
The subframe and now everything else we have to fix is probably worse than this, but this is fine. We'll fix that. Everything is fine. No point going to a wall track and not hitting the wall a few times, you know?
I learned that from you.
This is nothing I wouldn't do. You're better than the last round. That's all you can do. Take it away, and you've learned a lot this round too about driving the car. Like, you actually were really consistent in it. So,
Trevor's got a slushy.
and Trevor got a slushy. So that's the win here. We got some lemon cake there.
You got some lemon cake?
Not for you though. Only for winners.
Oh,
only
what?
for winners.
Congratulations.
It was a bit like a chase run. It was a bit slushy.
Okay, so the video got a little bit hectic towards the end, so we're going to go back to the shed and do the last conclusion of how much it costs to do a competitive drift event, because I have a feeling there was a few damages there, so we're going to add those up as well, as that's the only fair way to do this, I think. There she is, back safe and sound. Okay, now to be fair, she's not too bad. Like, I'm not even gonna add this as a cost because I'm gonna run it like this till the end of the season. Probably just bend that bit out a little bit, whatever. The quarter panel behind, there's a scuff there. At the end of the day, I think it's character. This is definitely character. This is from the war runs and everything, and I'm delighted. You know what, before this car, I never actually did a war run before, and today I did about 7 or 8, so I think that's a testament to how much I'm gelling with this car over the other car. The one thing I am gonna put down though is the subframe. So, I don't know the exact cost of a subframe. For argument's sakes, let's call it $250, I would say, so we can add that to the damages of the car. Unfortunately, Wayne didn't qualify today, so I know we said about a side bet, and technically I am the champion of me and Wayne. So obviously we do have backing of sponsors, and with tyres we have the backing from the tyre box, which I can't thank them enough, because realistically without them I'm not sure I could possibly live this crazy dream and do competition drifting. So massive thank you and shout out to the tyre box. Honestly, get onto them, they can sort you out for all the tyre needs, and we have gone with some pretty ridiculous tyres to them, and they've always been able to sort us out, and they do next day delivery around Ireland. So honestly, go on the website, I put it down below, check out the tyre box. And then there's the fuel. We run Sunoco 110 and we run loads of different variants of Sunoco in all of our race cars, and the reason for that is because Irish fuel is shit. And this makes the engines run more reliably, and also you get more power out of your cars. So yes, it obviously costs a little bit more, but it could save you a hell of a lot in the long run. So I have to give another very special thank you to Sunoco, because obviously they help us out with the fuel, and I don't know the true cost yet because I kind of lost track through the video, but I'll say that racked up as well. So guys, because I got caught up in so much of the drifting today, obviously I kind of lost track of the cost. So once I've edited the video, I'm going to come in and break it all down, how much a competitive drift event costs, which I think is more than I thought in my head. So, those of us that are settled after the event, and if you've been watching all the way through, you will know that the price of the drift event for me was 1,990 euros, which is kind of came in pretty much 10 euros less than exactly what we thought it was going to be. So, not too sure if that's a shock for some of you guys, but to us that was, yeah, that's around the ballpark number that we were thinking. But if I was to go to the final, I would have needed another 3 sets of tyres, which would have brought the total to 2,470. So this is the figure I think that's kind of high. That'd be 1,440 euros just on tyres. That's a hard one to stomach if you ask me. So obviously it's great if you go further along the competition, but the price does rack up more and more as you go along, obviously. So I hope you've liked this video of how much it costs to run a professional drift car in a competition. It may have been a bit of an eye-opener to you guys. Hopefully it's not put you off, because I will say one thing, like obviously nothing in life is free, and drifting obviously as any motorsport costs a lot, but compared to other motorsports, drifting isn't actually as expensive as others, because yes, the tyres are 80 quid, which seem a lot, but in other motorsports you could be paying up to 500 quid a tyre, so you're obviously not going through as many tyres, but the tyres that you're going through are a lot more expensive. Plus the entry fees in drifting are very reasonable compared to other motorsports. And obviously the bigger thing is grassroots drifting is much cheaper, because you can use part 1 tyres, road tyres, your car doesn't have to be as high horsepower, so you get more laps, you're on pump fuel, which is much cheaper as well, so all the cost is further down. But obviously as you go further up, the cost does go up as well. So that is my conclusion. Thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you guys on the next one.